Right, welcome back to part 2 of the household robot challenge. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to start drawing, taking some of our planning that we've got up here on the wall and incorporating some of those ideas, including them in our drawing. So first thing I'm going to do with anything, I'm going to put a title at the top there. I use guidelines because it helps make it neater, and then you can use capital letters in the top there. So I'm just going to put a title of household robot. Right, remember the aim of this is to create a robot that helps our parents around the house while they're trying to help us with our schoolwork and so on. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the bottom here with the feet. So what I do is I really gently, I don't push too hard at this stage, I'm just drawing it really finely, and I'm going to put some feet down here, like so. Just really roughly sketching it all out, like so. So I know roughly where my feet are going to go. There we go. Right, coming off my feet. Okay, I need to draw some legs. Like so. So I'm going to draw the start of my legs. Try and make them roughly the same length. And then work my way up. Like this to the top of the legs. There's the top of the legs. And as you can see, I've drawn them as cylinders. If you want to do this in 2D, guys, you don't have to worry about doing it in 3D. So don't worry about that too much. Right, the next here, again, drawing really faintly. I'm drawing the base of the body of this robot. So then okay, there we go, there's the main body. Right, next thing I might need, I'm going to draw the neck of my robot coming off here, like so, and then up the top here we've got a head. Okay. Alright. Let's get some arms coming off here to do some jobs for us. There's that one. And then if I just really lightly draw it so I know where it's going to come. And there's that arm. Like so. So there is the rough sort of drawing of my robot. Right. After I've done a rough shape, okay, what I might want to do is start adding some features. So down the bottom here, I'm going to shape the feet. Like so, just by chopping off the fronts. And I might even put it on some wheels here so it can transport around. At the front here will be really handy, thinking about all the things I need it to do. Okay, if on its feet as it goes around, it might have some hoover sections, so I can draw them on at the front like this. Right, in the main body, right, what did I need it to have? I might divide it into 4. Right, and here at the bottom is my oven. Gonna need some buttons on that. Right, up the top here, this here is going to be my dishwasher. Well, we can make those buttons 3D, 2 lines, a little arc at the top, make them 3D, like that. Right, next thing, on this side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw, you might think it's a surfboard, but it's actually an ironing board. So that ironing board It might come down like this to do some ironing. So put a little arrow on there to show that. Right, and then need some mouth and some eyes. Needs mouth and then just some eyes. I'm going to do square eyes. It's actually looking a bit of an angry robot, but right down here off of this, what I'm going to do is we need an iron. So it's going to need an iron in one hand, and coming down here in the other hand I might do this, like a little feather duster. Right, going over some of the lines darker now. Right, after I've done some rough drawing, including some of the bits I want, I then go over the lines I want to keep, go over the lines you want to keep, like this, and all those faint lines you've drawn begin to sort of disappear. Like this. As you can see on screen, it is beginning to show up a little bit. Oh, I've got the wheel on there. Need a wheel there. Right, legs. You can use a ruler for this as well if you find it easier working with a ruler. You don't have to do it all freehand. Right, let's go over these bits. Little arrow, go over the arrow. Right, now the head. Remember, you don't have to draw in 3D, so if you just want to show me a 2D drawing and show it from a couple of angles, so I can see the front, the side, maybe the back, that'd be really useful, as long as you're communicating your ideas. Okay, right, now what I need to do, now I've gone over all those lines and so on, right, we need to tell people what all the features are. So I do a little arrow coming off here. I use my guidelines again, faint guidelines, and I label it up. Iron for ironing clothes. Right, what I'm going to do is for the mouth, that's going to be a garbage disposal mouth. Right, I'm labelling up all of my ideas. Right, so and my guidelines, label ironing board. So what you can do is you can use pictures but also words as well to communicate all of your ideas, and the aim of that is then you could take it to a manufacturing company and they were thinking it's an amazing idea and they'll put it into production and then eventually you'll sell lots of them. That's the ultimate plan. So I'm going to have some more labels coming off here. So I'm going to put, this is a duster. We're going to label the hoovers, do 2 arrows coming off here, and put a label Hoover. Notice I'm using capital letters and guidelines. You could even add a little description up the top here, describing your robot, what it does, how it solves problems, and you could also add some colour to your final design. To really top it off, what you want to do is thicken the bold line all the way around the outside to make it stand out off the page. Don't forget all those designing techniques that we've learned. So bold line, follow it all the way around, and that will really make it stand out, and if you add some colour it will begin to look really nice. Right guys, there you go. There's an example. That's what we're sort of aiming for. Again, doesn't have to be 3D. You can just do 2D. Add some colour. Make sure you get all that information on there. Add those labels. Add a description. Make sure you've got a nice title at the top. If you can use some guidelines, that would be absolutely amazing. It'll show you've got that skill, and then finish it off by putting that thick bold line around the outside to make it stand out off the page. Thanks for listening. I hope give it a go. Don't forget to post some of your ideas, some of your final pictures onto the teams, the junior teams group. Thanks. Bye.